information. This is Business 1570, Twin Cities Business Radio.
Do I have a mute button? Mute button?
Welcome back to the Next Stage Business Radio Show, hour number 2 with Pamela Muldoon. And I'm excited, a little nervous actually. I'm excited for our next segment.
You should be petrified.
It's our business spotlight. And you know, you've heard me guys talk about my show being collaborative. Everything I do is collaborative as much as I possibly can. I believe it's all about building multiple businesses to change the economy. And our business spotlight today is none other than our voiceover collaborator, Terry Daniel. Hi, Terry.
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you today?
It's great. You know, it feels great. I feel I've been away from radio for what feels like about 50 years.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss it.
It's a good time. It's kind of like riding a bike, isn't it?
Oh, this is great. I mean, this is like an old school station. It's like, you know, it's a couple little rooms. It's not like a big corporate insurance building, right, like some other people in town. But
right.
It feels great to be back, and I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate having you because you know, it's interesting. When I put it out to the universe about a year ago that I was going to do what I could to get back into the biz, and that's of course probably 2-3 months after I started putting that plan in place, I met you, and actually met you at a voiceover meetup group that you've got going on around town, which we can talk a little bit about as we talk about ways to connect with you. And having been in the business many, many moons ago myself, I had this idea, this understanding that with the change of the internet, the web, and different things that are going on in new media, I bet now's a pretty good time to get back into voiceover. That went in my head. So we connected. I actually hired you as my voiceover coach to redo my demo. Thank you very much.
You're a very intelligent woman.
I am very smart. And fast forward almost a full year, and here you are on my little radio show. So let's tell the world a little bit about Voiceovers by Terry Daniel, your background, and what it is you do as a voiceover artist.
Well, I got into it about a little more than 20 years ago because I came from radio, such as yourself, and you're back in it, and I'm still staying away, which is fine. But I have a theater and radio background, and I've always been doing voiceover since I was in my low 20s. Been doing it full time for a few years from home. Always had, you know, jobs in advertising, marketing, radio sales. Ouch.
Right. Been there, done that. Did that as well.
Not going back there, but have had a successful in-home studio now for quite a few years, where my niche, I guess, in the voiceover industry would be in narration. I do a lot of audiobooks, medical narration, a lot of business presentations. So mainly I'm a narrator, and then I'm a commercial voiceover actor second. But it's a pretty good variety of work, and it's great when you can get up in the morning and go downstairs in your home studio in your sweatshirt and your flannel pajama pants.
Right.
If I remember to put them on.
Or your Zubas.
And Zubas. Well, that's when I was that's when I first started in radio. Zubas were the hot item. But
dating you.
So it's been pretty good.
Well, and you talked about your niche being narration and the business presentation piece. And of course, guys, if you've listened to some of our commercials, which you should be listening to, you've heard this voice every week as well. But let's talk about some of the different ways. I'm a business owner. Tell me why I should consider having professional voiceover done for my commercials or for some business marketing that I might do, and just different ways that a person could use a voiceover professional.
Well, that's a great question, because we're really in a position to help people sell their product.
Right.
And a lot of people will, sometimes business owners or whatnot, will try to do their own commercials or try to do their own audio for their websites.
Right.
And it just doesn't work very well because they're not a professional voice talent. I mean, a lot of times we're the first voice that you hear, whether you're calling a business and you get the on hold message, or you go to somebody's website and you hear the audio kick in right away. It's important to have a professional voice actor do those types of jobs, because it's going to increase your sales. It's going to help your business. So well, that's why we're out there.
Well, and, do you think that there's a little bit of an underestimation on the importance of this? I think once people hear a professional voice, they get it. Mm-hmm. Would you agree? But if you're an electrician, you're an electrician, right? You shouldn't always be. Electricians may not be the best ones to sell their own product.
Exactly, and that works in the same way. You know, you're not going to hear a physician do their own medical narration,
right?
Because they're in the business of doing surgery and doing all those wonderful things that they do, but they, they don't have the voice or the training to do their, their medical narrations on open heart surgery or whatever it is that they do. So it's really important to hire a professional voice talent to get that product moving.
Well, and we touched on the web, the World Wide Web, and how that has changed the face of business. There are a lot of different ways that I can promote on my website, YouTube. Tell me from two perspectives. From a business perspective, some options. Maybe I'm even going to come up with an idea today, right? To add some elements to my marketing, but also from the other perspective of I'm considering becoming a voiceover talent, or I've been, like you and I, we had radio days in our past, and we talk a little bit about that both spectrum. What are some of the options out there as a business owner that maybe weren't around even 5-10 years ago, and then maybe I'm interested in becoming this.
as far as a business owner promoting their own business.
Yeah.
Well, you know what a social media freak I am. I'm
Yes.
addicted to it. I can't live without the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitters, Plaxos, and all those YouTube. I mean, the list goes on. Now we got Google Wave and Google Buzz.
Well, even as we sit
That's
here,
another show.
right? Even as we sit here, we have your flip cam going, so you can throw this up on YouTube later.
Oh yeah, this will be on YouTube. I hope to get I hope to get more hits from this than my When the Vikings Go Marching In,
right,
which was a huge YouTube hit, and obviously that failed miserably. But I got like 800 hits on it, so I was really happy with that. But now that I'm completely off on a different island, yeah, I think with a lot of people there's still a lot of business owners out there that are very skeptical and cynical about Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. These are all just fabulous networking opportunities for them to promote their business, and these are, as you know, these are free marketing tools. So instead of sitting around and making fun of everybody else that can't get off Facebook or Twitter, maybe you should take a few minutes and invest in the education to learn more about how you can increase business by using those avenues.
And once you use them, video being a big piece of it, whether you have a PowerPoint presentation that you want to share on your website that you end up putting out on social media sites, again, having someone that knows, can do the rhythm, the language, just there's so many pieces to that.